going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back again today with another episode of my MUT 15 Bargain Bin. If you're new to the series, basically what we're doing is we are building a budget squad together, and we're going position by position. So far, in previous episodes, we've covered the quarterback and the center, and as you can see, those are the only two pieces on our team right now, Jason Kelce and Geno Smith. Today, we're going to put a little bit of focus on the defense and take a look at some budget cornerbacks. That was a big request in the comment section of the last video, so let's check out some steals. The very first card we're going to take a look at is a very underrated card, the free agent Asante Samuel, 81 overall gold cornerback. This version has zone defense style. There's also a road to the playoff version that has the man defense style, and as you can see, you can get this thing for 2,000 coins. Let's take a look at some of the stats because this is just ridiculous. Again, only an 81 overall, but if you play a lot of zone coverage, I would definitely suggest getting this card for your budget team. He has the highest awareness for any gold cornerback in the game at 91, and also 94 play rec, which is again also the highest rating for any gold cornerback in the game. 91 zone coverage, not bad at all. This card is very, very good. I believe it was featured on the underrated beasts or whatever that thing is called that the Madden Ultimate Team staff puts together. Is basically a collection of underrated cards, but this is one that was on there. And to be honest, as I was kind of setting up this video, I was searching around and I came across, when I go here to the road to the playoff version, and there's no way I can pass this up. So we're building a budget squad, and to get a card like this for only 1,200 coins, I'm definitely going to go ahead and purchase this one. So hopefully the goal here is to purchase 5 cornerbacks for our team, and we got one out of the way on the very first card that we took a look at. The next card we're going to go over is the 84 overall Tramon Williams, the cornerback from the Green Bay Packers. This is the road to the playoffs version. You can also find a base gold as well. This one that we're going to look at, though, has the pass rush style, and again, an 84 overall. Taking a look at the back of the card, 86 awareness, 86 zone coverage, 91 agility, 90 speed, 92 acceleration, 89 man coverage, 85 play recognition. So this is a really solid and balanced card. Some of the things that I like to look for in a cornerback are basically their height, their speed, their awareness, their play rec, and then of course their man and zone coverages. Now Tramon's another one of those smaller cornerbacks, so I wouldn't suggest playing him on the outside. We're going to take a look at some taller cornerbacks coming up in the video, but this could be a really good third, fourth, or fifth option as far as cornerbacks go, and again, extremely cheap. Right now, there's several of them on the block for about 2,000 coins or lower. So go check this card out as well. Captain Munnerlyn is another card that I want to take a really quick look at. For all you that play a lot of zone defense, again, this is another really good card that you should look at. He has a 95 overall zone coverage, the highest ranking for any gold cornerback in the game, as you can see right here. Also has 83 play recognition, 84 awareness, 88 speed, 88 agility, 91 acceleration. He's another short guy, though, so again, you want to look for him in either the slot or your fourth or fifth, but definitely a really good player at zone coverage. We're looking at the base gold right here. You can get it for 1,300 coins. There's one for 1,200 coins. And then also, if you look at the road to the playoff version, right around 2,000 coins. So a really, really good card for zone coverage that you could check out. So far, I've showed you guys a lot of smaller cornerbacks that are better to cover the inside of the field. Let's take a look at some larger size cornerbacks now, and the one that's probably most popular with the MUT community, with people who are trying to build budget squads, is the base gold or the road to the playoffs gold DRC cornerback from the New York Giants. I'm going to take a look at the road to the playoffs version right here. As you can see, about 3,000 coins. There's a base gold right above me for 2,500 coins, but again, I'll take a look at this one, and again, he's an outside cornerback that you can use to cover those streaks down the field that a lot of people love to run in this year's game. 6'2", 96 speed, 94 man coverage, 94 agility, 76 play rec, and 81 awareness are a little concerning to me but I also believe he has a 90 jump or somewhere around there, which helps him jump up and able to get interceptions, number one, and also swat balls away, which is a very underrated thing to do in this year's game to stop certain pass plays. With the 94 man, it's the highest for any gold in the game, tied with two others, though. Brandon Boykin, Road to the Playoffs version, which we're going to take a look at shortly, and then also Janoris Jenkins, a gold card from the St. Louis Rams. Again, 6'2", but the only things that concern me are the play rec, the zone, and his awareness. But you know what? For an outside cover corner, we're going to go ahead and add him to the team, so let's buy this one for 3,000 coins. Again, with this series, our expected or our estimate is anything under 10K, and so far we've gotten 2 out of the 5 cornerbacks that we needed for basically less than 3K. So let's jump right over to the other card that I was talking about, and that's Brandon Boykin. We'll sort it by buy it now price here, and we'll go down, and he's an 85 overall for the Road to the Playoffs version. Now, as you can see, a little bit pricey, barely under 10K. Because he goes to a set, he's going to be a little more expensive. But we'll take a look at this card and take a look at the back of the stats. Again, 94 man coverage, tied with DRC and Janoris Jenkins for the highest rating of man coverage for any cornerback in the game right now, any gold cornerback that is. 92 speed, 88 zone coverage, 76 play rec, 74 awareness. Again, things that do concern me, but 93 agility, and he's only 5'9". So here's another one that's really good to cover the slot or the inside guys. Definitely take a look at it. The next 3 cards that we're going to take a look at are all outside cover corners that have that height that I've been talking about most of this video. Another one that's very popular with the MUT community is the gold Antonio Cromartie, only an 83 overall, and we have 2 different versions of it. I'm going to take, again, a look at the Road to the Playoffs version, and we'll take a look at the back of the stats first. Again, 6'2", 81 zone coverage, 82 awareness, 94 speed, 95 agility. Play rec is only a 72, man coverage 86, acceleration 92. And also what I'd like to do is compare him to the DRC that we just purchased, because these 2 guys are very, very similar. So DRC obviously has the edge in speed and acceleration, but there's not a huge difference. 82 awareness, 81 awareness for DRC, pretty similar. Agility, pretty similar. Man coverage, way better for DRC. Zone coverage, about the same. Press is way better for Antonio Cromartie, so you don't really want DRC to get up into anybody's face, because he's probably going to get burned off the line. But again, these 2 cards are very, very similar, and for a price like this, there's no way I can pass it up on our budget squad. So let's go ahead and buy Antonio Cromartie. So I believe at this point, I may have my 2 outside corners set. And I want to look at 2 inside corners, but again, I want to show you guys some other options for taller cornerbacks before we continue on, because there's 2 other cards that I want to take a look at. So I'm going to show you guys now Brandon Browner, and you can get him for 1,300 coins. Just looking at the card, nothing really blows me away. He has 91 zone coverage, 80 awareness, 85 speed, 88 press, 85 agility, 86 acceleration, 83 man coverage, 85 play rec. He's an 80s type of guy, but he's 6'4", so he's 2 inches taller than DRC and Antonio Cromartie. But I'm only speaking on this card from experience. I had this on my main team for several weeks, probably over a month when this game first came out. And he just gradually moved back into my lineup, and even when he was in my 4th cornerback, he was still making a lot of plays, getting a lot of interceptions, didn't drop too many as well. So definitely check out this Brandon Browner card. And then lastly, another taller cornerback that's really, really balanced in my opinion is for the Kansas City Chiefs, Sean Smith right here. And you can get him for 1,300 coins. So let's take a look again at the back of the card. 6'3". Another tall cornerback, 83 zone, 88 press, 91 agility, 86 speed, 89 acceleration, 85 man. The play rec and the awareness, again, concern me at 78 and 72. But he's a very, very balanced, tall cornerback that you can probably use on the outside type coverage, and extremely cheap. Tons of them available. for the base gold. There's also an 85 overall, which will probably play out a lot better now that I look at it here. So 89 speed is improved. The play rec and the awareness don't really change. Man coverage is pretty good. Zone coverage is pretty good. So this card's clearly better with an 85 overall. The only difference is the price. But if you could snag one for under 10K, or if you failed at 10,750 coins is in your budget, go ahead and buy it. I'm not going to get this card. There's two other cards, lastly, that I'm going to take a look at, and I've kind of had my radar on purchasing them, so let's go ahead and take a look at them. The good thing about trying to build a budget squad this point in the year is there's a lot of Football Outsiders and Team of the Week cards that are very, very underpriced and greatly valued on the field. And Football Outsiders definitely is one of them, whether it's from the offensive line standpoint or right and left ends, defensive tackles, those guys that aren't really huge players on your team, but also the cornerback position. You can find some really good ones. One that I won't cover in this video is Xavier Rhodes. It's a Football Outsiders 84 overall from the Minnesota Vikings. You can definitely find under 10K. We're going to take a look at Stephon Gilmore from the Buffalo Bills. This one's sitting right at 10K, so right at our budget, and he's 6 foot. 78 awareness does concern me a little, but 93 zone coverage, 94 speed, 90 agility, 85 press, 92 acceleration, 88 man coverage, and 80 play recognition. I actually have this card on my main team, and he's about the 4th cornerback, I believe, but he's been very, very good for me. He also has some pretty good base cards as well, or I don't know if he has a road to the playoff, but he has a base card that I had on my team for a while as well. Now, right now, this one's at 10K. I'm going to go ahead and buy it because it fits our budget. To be honest, I've seen this card go for a lot cheaper at the time that I'm recording this video. It's more early in the morning, so there's not going to be as many cards on the auction house right now as there probably will over the weekend or, during the evening time. So if you can get this card for under 10K, it's definitely a steal. I'd probably say even at 10,250 and then 1,200 and 12,000 and then 1,200, 750. These three are also really good buys if you're looking for a good budget cornerback. There's one other Football Outsider card that we're going to take a look at, so let's get on over to it. So the last card that we're going to take a look at in today's episode is another Football Outsiders card, as I mentioned, and it's a cornerback from the Oakland Raiders, TJ Carrie, 86 overall with zone defense style, and I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and buy this one right now because I've actually had to wait a little while to find it at 10K or below. Now, I've seen this card before, well under 10K, usually in the 6-7K range, so I'm sure once the weekend comes around or when people are selling cars, you'll be able to catch this one for cheap. But let's take a look at the actual card and the stats on the back of it. Another tall corner, 6 foot, 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 93 man coverage, 90 agility, 83 press coverage, 84 press coverage, 83 play recognition, and 85 zone coverage. So that does it, man. That is the 5 cornerbacks that we purchased today. And we'll go ahead and take a look at them here and put together our lineup once more. Now, again, we are kind of a long way away from actually playing games, but I think the way I'm going to set these guys up in the secondary is I'm going to put, as you can see, I've already kind of started it. I'm going to put Cromartie and Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, even though they are lower overalls, I'm going to put them on the outside because they're both 6'2". They both have really, really good speed and good jumping, so I'm going to try to guard the streaks with those two. At my inside corners, 3 and 4, I'm going to go with Carrie and Gilmore, and then my 5th guy, which probably won't see the field too often, is the Asante Samuel card. So there is my 5 cornerbacks on the roster. We got our quarterback, we got our center, we're building this team, we're up to a 21 overall now, and again, like the last episode, let me know in the comment section what position you want me to look at next. I'm thinking I'm going to do defensive tackle, but you guys feel free to leave it in the comment section, and we'll just go from there. Thanks for watching. I'm Popular Stranger, I'm out. Peace.